first, as you are taking a live look of Ofer prison. This is where Palestinian prisoners remain behind bars, as Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says the release of Palestinian prisoners is now delayed. Quote, until the release of the next hostages has been assured and without the humiliating ceremonies at handovers of Israeli captives in Gaza. Now, the statement by Prime Minister Netanyahu's office came early Sunday as military vehicles that normally move in advance of the buses carrying prisoners left the open gates of Ofer prison, only to turn around and go back in. The release of 620 Palestinian prisoners had been delayed for several hours and was meant to occur just after 6 Israeli hostages were released on Saturday. This was meant to be the largest one-day prisoner release in the Gaza ceasefire's first phase. Israel's announcement now has put the future of the truce into further doubt. The Palestinian Authority's Commission for Prisoners' Affairs confirmed the delay until further notice as we continue to share this live look of Ofer prison. Now, yesterday, 5 of the 6 hostages freed had been escorted by masked armed militants in front of a crowd. This is a display that the UN and Red Cross have criticized as cruel after previous handovers. The Israeli statement cited ceremonies that demean the dignity of our hostages and the cynical use of the hostages for propaganda purposes, likely a reference to a Hamas video showing 2 hostages who have yet to be released watching the handover on Saturday and speaking under duress. Now, the 6 hostages were the last living hostages expected to be freed under the ceasefire's first phase, with a week remaining in the initial stage. Talks on the ceasefire's second phase, they have yet to start. Now, this also comes as Israel's defense minister said today that troops would remain for the coming year in parts of the occupied West Bank, where Israel has staged a weeks-long offensive. Israel launched a broad offensive on the northern West Bank on January 21st, 2 days after the ceasefire that paused the war in Gaza took hold. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz said that he has instructed the military to prepare to remain in some of the West Bank's refugee camps, from where he said some 40,000 Palestinians had fled. He said in a statement he had ordered the military to, quote, prepare for an extended stay in the camps that were cleared for the coming year and to not allow the return of residents or for terror to grow again. The military said it was expanding the raid in the West Bank to other areas, and in a rare move was sending tanks to Jenin, which is an area of struggle against Israel. Under interim peace agreements from the early 1990s, Israel has maintained control over large parts of the West Bank while the Palestinian Authority administers other areas.